federal court pauses redistricting efforts in Texas. More on how Texas Republicans are responding.
The student-led initiative to feed our Austin neighbors. More on Project Wampus.
One of our TSCV News reporters goes behind the scenes of the Dallas Dance Festival. More on the competition coming up.
And Longhorn Lights is on display through the holiday season. TSTV was on the site for the 3rd annual lighting ceremony.
This is Texas News Primetime.
News made for Longhorns.
Good evening. For Monday, December 1st, I'm Joseph Sweeney.
And I'm Nicholas Pantaleoni. Thank you for joining us tonight. Well, it's been over a week since the deadline passed for UT to sign President Trump's Higher Education Compact, and the university has yet to make a decision publicly. Just before the November 21st deadline, the students group Austin SDS gathered to protest university silence. UT and other high-profile universities were offered a compact deal by the Trump administration where the schools would agree to policy changes in exchange for greater access to federal funding. Some of these changes included stricter limitations on protests, a reduction in international enrollment, and abolishing departments that belittle conservative ideas.
It's very frustrating because the administration touts this idea that they're here for the students, but what we think they're actually here for is Texas Republicans, for the Republican administration. It seems like their decision-making is far more guided by the right-wing agenda than what students want. Admin continually refuses public meetings with student leaders, and so we see this as the only option we have, right?
SDS Austin is holding another demonstration this Wednesday, protesting conduct charges against 2 organizers for protesting inside the tower.
Texas Governor Greg Abbott has appealed the decision to block the state's redistricting plan. In a 2-1 decision, a federal court ruled Texas's 2025 congressional maps were racially gerrymandered. Abbott appealed, calling the court's ruling absurd and erroneous. The appeal happens at a crucial time as the 2026 primary elections are approaching. The appeal will decide whether the 2025 or 2021 congressional map is used in the upcoming election. If used, the new map could give Texas Republicans up to 5 more seats in the House of Representatives. The Supreme Court has not yet made a decision on Abbott's appeal.
The Austin Police Department made several arrests November 23rd throughout the 25th, ending a large shoplifting operation. Nearly $13,000 worth of merchandise was stolen by multiple individuals throughout Austin, ranging from areas such as Cannon Ridge to the Domain. The merchandise was later recovered by APD. Fox 7 lists 11 people who were involved in the heist. They are facing charges including theft, robbery, fraud, and unlawful carrying of a weapon. President Donald Trump announced on Truth Social last Friday that he wants to permanently pause migration from what he called third world countries. His announcement follows the shooting of 2 National Guard soldiers in Washington. A 29-year-old Afghan national is facing charges, and immigration from Afghanistan has been paused. It is unclear if immigration from other countries will be banned, and Trump says the immigration restrictions will help the U.S. recover from social dysfunction.
With food and housing insecurity becoming a real issue on Austin streets, one campus group is coming together to take initiative. TSTV News' Zion Tesfaye has more on the group taking matters into its own hands.
Project Wampus, a club that students have probably interacted with before, whether walking on Speedway or on a Sunday afternoon in West Campus.
Originally, it was just me, him, and just a desire to make an impact.
Started by co-presidents Ibrahim Bawa and Carlos Martinez, Project Wampus grew from a starter club with 6 members in the final weeks of last semester to a philanthropic organization with now 150 members who meet bi-weekly to help serve their community. After interacting with members of the Austin community in their day-to-day lives, the co-founders decided that food insecurity was an issue that they needed to take initiative on and help out in any way that they can. Homelessness and food instability being their main focus, they have now covered the entirety of West Campus by giving out sacks of food and water, and now have branched out into downtown Austin and near the Austin Public Library.
We've done a lot of good, and at this point of the semester, we're now at approaching 400 meals distributed in both the West Campus and the downtown Austin area.
Funding for food supplies coming from donations as well as bake sales on Speedway, directed by event coordinator Ana Martinez, the organization has been able to fund its supplies through interacting with their student body.
So for UT, I feel like we've been able to connect with a lot of students and give them volunteer opportunities and just allow them to go out and help the community. Because for West Campus, you see a lot of people, and we've been able to provide them with food and hopefully soon resources as well.
In the future, They plan to take it a step forward and lobby local politicians in order to fix the root problem, affordability and an excess of bill payments. Zion Tesfaye, TSTV News.
Find Project Wampus on Instagram at PJ Wampus to follow along their events and join the fight against hunger on Austin streets.
The Austin Animal Shelter has faced constant critical capacity for the second year in a row. TSTV News' Amanda Morley brings us more on what's happening on the sidelines of the biggest no-kill shelter in the country.
Reports of stray animal sightings have increased across the Austin area, and no-kill shelters like the Austin Animal Center are put under pressure.
We have been over capacity since 2023, and by overcapacity that means that every single one of our kennels are full.
Elizabeth Ferrer is a spokesperson for the Animal Services Office.
I can definitely speak about the Central Texas area. We are all partners with each other, so the municipal shelters like Williamson County, Pflugerville, all of them are having the exact same problem. We have a little more leeway than they do, but they are all facing the same things.
Since 2011, the Austin Animal Center has been a no-kill shelter, the live release rate peaking at over 90% every year.
All over the United States tend to be the lowest in every municipality. Ours is the second lowest budget in the city. Well, we're feeding over 500 animals twice a day, we're paying salaries for all the staff. We're doing all these things to maintain this facility. It's not enough.
While the Austin Animal Center boasts an almost 95% live release rate, the supply of incoming animals is more than the demand. Until the problem can be solved by policies or regulation, animal shelters have to get creative.
There is the joy and instant gratification of being able to take care of these animals, but then there's the hard side of animals not leaving, animals starting to deteriorate cognitively. You know, we just keep trying every day, hopeful that we'll get a few animals out to a forever home.
For TSTV News, I'm Amanda Morley. Good night.
You can find adoptable pets on the Austin Animal Center website or by visiting their location. Alternatives such as free spay and neuter services are also available at selective locations. Naughty or Nice Noodles, Vice President of Campbell's, a brand perhaps best known for their canned soup products, was fired this past Tuesday after being caught saying derogatory remarks about the company's products and their customers.
I don't buy Campbell's products barely anymore. It's not healthy. Now that I know what the in it, I can eat bioengineered meat. I don't want to eat a piece of chicken that came from a 3D printer.
VP Martin Bali, who worked in the company's information technology department, actually has no connection to how the soup is made. Campbell's responded to the recording stating, quote, "We are proud of the food we make, the people who make it, and the high quality ingredients we use," end quote. The employee who recorded this incident was also fired from the company. He alleges the move was in retaliation, but the company responded saying that it had, quote, unquote, good reason for the termination.
Hi, it's Vince with Sham Wow. You'll be saying wow every time you use this towel. It's like a chamois.
This man is Vince Shalomi, also known as Vince Offer, but you probably remember him as the Sham Wow guy. Where is he at now? Shalomi is running for Congress in Texas according to the state's Republican Party. He was motivated to run for office in an effort to quote-unquote destroy wokeism and make America happy,
Hi, it's
end
Vince.
quote. While his candidacy is listed on the state party's website, he hasn't yet filed with the Federal Election Commission. Primary election day in Texas is next year on March 3rd.
When we come back, we're putting on our boots for an inside look at the Dallas Dance Festival.
And the third annual Longhorn Light ceremony took place at the Tower. PrimeTime will be right back.
Welcome back to Primetime.
If you were in Dallas just before fall break, you might have heard the music and seen crowds gather for this year's Dallas Dance Festival, one of the biggest country western dance events in Texas.
Our Mariva Valier joins us live in the studio with more.
Thank you. And indeed, a couple of weeks ago, I had the opportunity to go behind the scenes of the Dallas Dance Festival. I had the chance to meet the UD competitors, volunteer, and even dance.
The Dallas Dance Festival brought together dance lovers and professionals from across Texas and beyond. Over 4 days, the festival featured a mix of competitive dance, workshops, and late-night social dances.
Hello everybody, I am now at the Yacht Hotel for the Dallas Dance Festival. Many UT students are representing the school, and now it's Polkas. So let's dance, everyone!
Through their involvement in Texas Ballroom, UD students gained access to a nationally recognized dance community and built lasting connections. One of their own, Kaylee Kessner, a Texas Ballroom student, shares part of her journey.
Honestly, Texas Ballroom has been such a great experience. I didn't do any sort of dance before coming to college, but I knew that it was something that I really wanted to try and just try new things, meet new people, get out of my comfort zone.
From newcomers to masters, everybody could show the jury what they got on the dance floor. And people were creative when it came to recording their friends. But for many competitors, DDF is a key stop on the road to the Worlds, which takes place in Arizona at the beginning of next year.
We just wrapped up and finished Dallas Dance Festival, and me and Brian came out on first place in Division 2, which is really exciting because we've been working all year. For Texas Ballroom, DDF is kind of like a stepping stone right before World, so it's kind of like a good way to kind of see how we're doing, how we're placing against other couples.
Mariva Valier, TSTV News.
The Dallas Dance Festival is set to return next year, bringing even more dancers and energy back to North Texas.
Well, what's next? What's the next step for our UT competitors?
Yeah, so the big next step is the Worlds, which is another big competition. And at DDF, like UD competitors, we're selling cupcakes and recording funds in order to offer housing, food, and equipment. And so this is, a main
awesome.
step.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today, Mariva.
Thank you.
Before break, the Longhorn lights was illuminated this year. The celebration was held on the South Mall with fireworks and performances. TSTV News' Daniel Davila brings us more about the event.
What I like about this event is that it's bringing people from all areas of campus together.
UT kicked off the holiday season with the annual holiday light show, Longhorn Lights. The celebration featured performances from Longhorn singers, marching band, and the UT Mariachi Band.
I think this event is really important because it allows us to celebrate the holidays with school spirit and with our friends, mentors, and all that.
Free refreshment and donuts were also present before the 9-mile display flooded campus with orange and white.
And with that, the South Mall lights are on. You can enjoy evening strolls here from 5 to 10 p.m. when the lights are open.
The Longhorn lights will turn on every night through January 1st. It's free to the public and has been a UT tradition since 2023. This year marking the 3rd ever celebration. The celebration has also become a hub for student orgs to find a bigger audience. Clinton Washington, director of the Pans of Texans, explains the importance of coming out and celebrating these types of events.
You have someone like me who's coming from the music building where typically I'm in one building all day, so I don't really get to interact with people all the time from different parts of campus. So building community in an aspect where you have these various disciplines coming together is always special.
Daniel Davila, TSTV News.
The Longhorn lights will turn on every night at 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. through January 1st. There will also be a Carillon concert next Wednesday, December 10th at 6 p.m. near the tower. When we come back, the Lone Star Showdown returns to DKR for the first time since 2010.
And Texas volleyball also took on A&M during rivalry week. Primetime will be right back. Welcome back to Primetime.
We had lots of Texas victories over the break. Nicole Vargas has the latest for Press Box on Primetime. How are you doing today, Nicole?
Doing pretty good after the way that Texas played against A&M on Friday. How about you?
Doing amazing as well. Texas is up, so.
We so are. And you know, Aggie said sayonara to their 11-0 winning streak this Saturday after a 10-point loss to the Longhorns in the Lone Star Showdown. Texas played hard in the third with their first touchdown coming after a pass from Arch Manning to Ryan Wingo in the end zone. They didn't let up in the fourth with an impressive 21-yard rush from first-year tight end Jack Endries and a touchdown from Nick Townsend. We've got not just a quarterback, but a track star leading the Horns. Did you see Manning's 35-yard rush? That final touchdown put Texas 27-17 over A&M, and we can only hope it made a statement as playoff season approaches.
So Nicole, it's like Texas football ended their season on a good note, but how is volleyball performing?
Well, you know, speaking of goodbye to A&M, Texas volleyball took the win 3-1 over the Aggies last Monday. Tori Stafford had the lead on kills with 16, followed by Carrie Spears with 11 kills and Abby Vanderwall with 10. Spears surpassed 300 kills this game in her freshman season, and Aiden Ames put up a career-high 8 blocks. Ella Swindle contributed 35 assists, and Emma Halter dished out 11 digs for the victory in Enmarket Arena. Up next, Texas moves on to the NCAA tournament in the #1 seed versus Florida A&M.
Well, our teams here at UT have showed up when we needed them most, going against A&M. Now, tell us, what's going on in the world of professional sports?
Yeah, this Thanksgiving, the Cowboys pulled off a heart-pounding win over the Kansas City Chiefs. With 320 passing yards and 2 touchdowns from Dak Prescott, the Cowboys took a 31-28 win against the Chiefs. While the Cowboys' defense struggled during the first half, in the second they were able to shut down Patrick Mahomes' offense. With a 3-game win streak, Dallas is now at 6 wins and 5 losses, putting them in the wild card position for the playoffs. They're slated to play the Lions, who are 7-5.
Well, thanks so much, Nicole, for keeping us today on all things sports. When we come back, an inside look at Kansas E&E's exclusive early screening of Wicked for Good.
And Olivia Rodrigo teases the release of her next album with notes on her writing process and getting inspiration. Primetime will be right back.
Welcome back to Primetime.
Well, some reality TV and an exciting premiere to a much anticipated sequel. Hope Vandenberg is here to talk to you about what you need to know about music, movies, and more. How are you doing today, Hope?
I'm doing great. Really excited to be here for the last episode of the semester. Just before Thanksgiving, Campus Events and Entertainment hosted an early screening of Wicked for Good at Hogg Auditorium. The early screening allowed UT students to see the new movie 3 days before it came out in theaters. Many students lined up several hours in advance to get good seats. By the time the doors opened at 6:30, the line was all the way down Wittes Avenue by the Moody College of Communication.
Honestly, Wicked is such a big moment right now in popular media, and we, like in E&E and films and media in particular, really want to give students the space to experience such a phenomenon that's going on. And we were granted the ability to show this movie early, and we said, oh, like, that's beautiful. This is something that students have been wanting, something that students love, and we just wanted to offer a space where we can kind of form a community, watch a movie, and just have fun.
Students were encouraged to dress in Wicked-themed costumes for a costume contest that was held during the event. The winners of the contest got free exclusive Wicked merchandise. The event also had a photo booth, free cookies, popcorn, and movie posters for all in attendance to enjoy.
So Hope, isn't it cool that, some UT students got to see this long-anticipated film early? And I mean, also, did you see the film? And if so, what did you think of it?
Yeah, this was definitely a super unique opportunity. I feel like UT always does super cool events like this, so definitely shows why we're the best school. But I have not gotten the chance to see the film yet. I actually haven't even seen the first one, so I'm a little bit behind. But I've seen the stage musical, and it's really good. ABC's Dancing with the Stars ended its 34th season last Tuesday. The finale featured 3 performances from each of the 5 finalists, as well as freestyles from the couples who were previously eliminated. Wildlife conservationist Robert Irwin and his partner Whitney Carson took home the Mirrorball Trophy. Social media influencer Alex Earl came in second place, followed by Olympic gymnast Jordan Childs. This finale broke previous audience voting records with a total of 72 million votes during the show. The cast will now go on to its annual tour, which showcases dances from the season. So be on the lookout for tour dates.
So how did you feel about the result?
I was not happy. I wanted Alex Earl to win. I voted for her and only her, but Robert Irwin did a good job too, so not too sad. Olivia Rodrigo is officially working on a new album. She posted a TikTok recapping her experience on the Guts World Tour and shared she is working on her 3rd album. Rodrigo told Elle magazine that her upcoming album will feature new sounds and stories, and that getting older and performing helped her create the new music. She told Nylon Music in an interview that 2026 will be a busy year for her, causing fans to speculate that this is when the album will be released.
So Hope, I mean, what vibe are you hoping to get from this album?
Yeah, I feel like her first 2 albums definitely had a much younger teenage feel to them, and now that she's a little bit older, I'm hoping maybe we see something a little bit more mature from her.
Well, Hope, thank you for bringing us all up to date on our pop culture needs.
And after the break, Primetime has something special in store for you. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Primetime.
Today is a big day for us in the studio as 2 of our longtime TSTV members prepare to graduate in just a few weeks.
Joseph and Nick, how are you guys feeling about this being your last time on TSTV?
You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. It's very sad. I mean, this is the first room I was really in outside of my classes at UT, and it's, I guess, kind of memorable that it's now my last. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't really expect to be graduating early. It kind of happened by accident, but, Nick was kind of the first person I met at TSTV, so, it kind of seems fitting that now we're graduating together and now we're anchoring our final show together.
Yeah. So what has been y'all's favorite memory from your time in TSTV, or maybe your silliest memory? I know we've had some moments around here for sure.
Gen Z Spice.
Gen Z Spice.
You want to tell that story, Nick?
No, but anything involving some Gen Z slang, a little bit of spice, or just being able to, create whatever he wanted into the script before it gets caught. So yes, that would be my favorite memory, favorite activity. Yeah. Yourself?
Man, favorite memory. It's hard to pick, honestly. I mean, yeah, Gen Z Spice all the way.
And what has been the biggest skill or lesson that TSTV has taught you guys?
Ooh, definitely the importance of working in a team and deadlines. I mean, you get a lot of that with classes, but especially here when like those deadlines and the people you're working with are your friends, really helps bring all of that together. So
I think just creative problem solving. I mean, earlier today we came in and, we had sound even though everything was muted, and that's never happened before. So, this studio finds new ways to challenge us all the time. So I would say, hey, I mean, knowing how to plug in sound and work with microphones might not be, in everyone's career, but it teaches problem solving, and that's something everyone can benefit from.
Yeah, there's definitely never an easy day in TSTV. No. There's always an obstacle to overcome. And what advice would you give your freshman selves looking back on your time at UT?
Do anything. I mean, do anything and everything you want to do or can. Especially with that freshman year. I mean, that's where you want to be able to make mistakes. That's where you're able to, and just talk and connect with people. Yeah.
I would say don't plan ahead too much, because the stuff that you plan might not work out. Just kind of go with the flow, and even when things don't seem like they're gonna be okay, things are all gonna work out in the end.
Any last words from either of you two? Your last time to say whatever you want on air.
I'm kind of blanking actually. You got anything?
I'll say something, I guess. I had a news anchor once tell me, not everyone gets to choose when they want to retire in this industry, and I might have only been a one semester EP, but I'm glad that I made the most of it. And I know that, hey, I mean, even if I'm gone, even like whether or not y'all are here, or people here remember me, or who I am, whatever my role was at TSTV, there was a prime time before me, and there's going to be a prime time after me. And I'm glad that, I'm glad that I got to go on this journey. So with that being said, that's your last briefing for prime time for this semester. But the show's gonna go on in January. It's gonna bring you more news made for Longhorns. Nick, you want to go ahead and take us out?
Yeah, well, signing out. Thank you guys for joining us for this last broadcast of the semester, and as always, shameless plug, be sure to check out Texas News Primetime on social media, and check out our website at texaststvnews.com. Now,
signing off one last time from Texas News Primetime and TSTV News, I'm Joseph Sweeney.
And I'm Nicholas Pantaleoni. From all of us here at TSTV News, thank you for watching.
Now go out and change your world.